Hello, and welcome to my YouTube channel. Please ensure to like, share, and subscribe. And also click the bell notification in the top right-hand corner to be made aware anytime I upload tutorials or videos to YouTube. All right, let's craft together. Hey guys, today I am going to be showing you how to use the DTF, which is the direct to film. This product is by Yamation, Yamation. So it comes with always some bloopers, right? It comes with the DTF powder, which is the direct to film, the DTF powder, and it also comes with the film. Okay. This film has, I think it's like 50 sheets in here, and it tells you that this side is the side that you print on. It's very important that you do not, I highly recommend that you do not, if you order this, take it out of the package and, just lay it around somewhere because you cannot tell the difference from the front to the back. Okay. There's no feel, there's no look to it that's going to tell you this is the front versus the back. So I would highly recommend you only take out whatever sheet you're going to use at one time, just one sheet. This is the front, this is the side you're going to print on, and it looks just like that side and they feel just alike. Okay, so since this is the side you're going to print on, that's the side that's going to be laying down in your printer, and it's going to come up like that. So I'm going to go ahead and place this in my printer so that I don't forget. And I'm using my Epson Workforce 7720. This is a sublimation printer. It is not an inkjet printer. All right, now that I have that taken care of, once you print this image out, it's going to have the ink, and you're going to actually put this on top of the ink. This DTF is an adhesive powder. So when it comes out of the printer, you want to make sure you don't touch the ink with your hands. You don't want to touch the image at all with your hands. Try to get on that border of your image. I'm going to upload my image in Microsoft PowerPoint because I don't have restrictions on, and I don't have to worry about that black registration mark. If you do this in Cricut, which you can, cut that black registration border away. The great thing about DTF, direct to film, there's no cutting, there's no weeding. Okay, there's no cutting and there's no weeding. So you're going to be, when you print this out, what you see is what you get. You're going to put this adhesive on that ink. This adhesive will only stick to where the ink is. So once you get it on the ink, you just want to kind of shake it a little bit to remove any excess ink, and we'll go through the rest of the process from there. But I have it on the side. I highly recommend you leave it in the packaging just like this. The manufacturer or the supplier also says that this holds up better left inside the package. And what else? This is the front side. Again, if you take all these sheets out at once and you put them somewhere, you're not going to be able to tell the front from the back. Okay, so I would highly recommend you leave it like this until you're ready to use it. And as you pull it out, you know that that side is the front side. All right, we got that out of the way. All right, I'll see you in PowerPoint. All right, guys, here we are inside Microsoft PowerPoint. Since I'm working with the 8.5 by 11, I've went to design, and I went over to the right to the slide size, and I came down to custom. And I already changed the width and the height here to 8.5 by 11 and made sure it was on portrait, and then clicked OK. Now you may get another screen that says ensure or maximize. You want to make sure you maximize the fit. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and bring that image into Microsoft PowerPoint. So I'm going to click on insert, picture, this device, And this is the image that I'm working with. I'm just going to bring in the SVG and insert. And when the image comes in, I'm going to go ahead and click on it. And when I click on the image, I'm going to go up to the top where it says graphics format, or it may say picture format, and click on rotate. And I'm going to flip this horizontal because when you're working with direct to film, you do want to mirror the image. So this is mirroring the image. All right. So now that I have the image mirrored, I'm going to copy it, and I'm going to come down to this second slide here. And I'm going to click on picture or texture field up under format background. And I'm going to click on clipboard. And that's because when I copied this image, I copied it to my clipboard. So what I'm going to do now is size this down so I can maximize the real estate that I have to print this image. So I'm going to come over here to where it says offset, left, right, top, bottom. And I'm going to click on the up arrow, and you're going to notice my image start to come in. Okay. I'm going to do the same thing on the right. And if you want to do the same thing on the bottom, feel free. It's totally up to you. And you can see that it shifted on the bottom and the top. All right, so now this image, guys, we are ready to print it. So in Microsoft PowerPoint, and one of the things I do want to tell you, if you're new to PowerPoint and you have this box right here on your PowerPoint, all you have to do is just click on the slide and select layout and choose blank, and that will remove that. All right, so what we're going to do now is we're going to click on File and Print. And I'm using my Epson Workforce 7720. We're going to click on Printer Properties. And I'm just going to make sure that up under Quality or More Settings that it is on Quality, and it is. I'm going to make sure that it shows that I'm using an 8.5 by 11. I'm using Paper Cassette 1. And under More Options, I'm going to make sure that high speed is not selected. And everything else looks good. So at this point, I'm going to click on OK. And I am ready. And you want to make sure you say print current slide, because if you leave this on print all slides, it's going to print all slides that you have in that PowerPoint presentation or deck. So you want to make sure you click print current slide. We only want that one slide. I'm going to go ahead and hit print. And as that's printing, I'm going to come up on my camera so that we can look at it together, the output here, and then we'll continue on. All right, guys, so our image just completed printing out. And remember I said that when it comes out, you do not want to touch the side with the ink. You don't want to touch that ink. You can touch the outer areas. The great thing about this is there's no weeding and there is no cutting, okay? So you're going to take your image, and I just have a little tray here. I'm going to place it with a little piece of paper in there. So that paper is going to help me when all that DTF powder is laying in the bottom of this. I can fold this paper kind of in a U and then pour it right back into my bag here. So I'm going to bring this down so you guys can kind of see it here. So this is where we're going to take our DTF powder, and we're going to pour this all over our ink, okay? And this ink, this DTF powder is going to stick to where the ink is. So give me a second, and hopefully I won't have another little blooper like I just had a moment ago. So we're just going to put the DTF powder on. Looks like you're just pouring some salt or some sugar all over the image. And you want to make sure you are putting it on the side where it printed, okay? Because this is what's going to give it the adhesive for the ink to stick to your garment, to your 100% cotton. So that is the purpose of this DTF, is so that we can sublimate basically on cotton. Again, I'm using my sublimation printer, not an inkjet printer. All right, now we got our powder, and I'm just gonna take, and I'm gonna shift this kind of like, you know, around a little bit, just to make sure I got it nice and covered, or nice and coated, making sure not to touch the area where the ink is and not to make a mess. I think that's good. And once you get it all on your film, then you want to shake off any excess. So I'm going to pick up my film now. And I'm just going to shake off any excess. So it's going to be like that. Now, mind you, if there's no ink, then it's not sticking to where there is no ink, but you still want to make sure that you shake off any excess, okay? And then we're going to take and we're going to be putting this back into our bag there, okay? And then we are ready to sublimate this onto, or not sublimate, it is sublimation, but we're ready to now heat press this onto 100% cotton t-shirt, okay? Now I'm going to be using a shirt that looks like tie-dye, but I did not tie-dye it. I purchased this sheet from Aviva Warehouse here in Dallas, Texas about 1.5 years ago. I couldn't figure out what I wanted to do with this tie-dye shirt, meaning what image, or, you know, do I want to sublimate? Do I want to do vinyl? I couldn't figure out what I want to do with it. And today I finally decided that I wanted to use the DTF on that shirt. But what I'm going to do is take this to the heat press, and I'm going to put this under the heat press, and I'm going to let this sit under the heat press for about a minute or so, so that the DTF powder can start to melt. We want the DTF powder to melt just a little bit, and that's going to help with it adhering to your 100% cotton t-shirt, okay? So I will meet you at the press. And again, shake off any excess. Do not touch this at this point. You can touch the outer areas like you see me doing, but do not touch this part. If you touch it, you need to pour the DTF powder on top of it. All right. So anybody that's familiar with sublimation knows that sublimation is very, very dull when you first print it out. It doesn't come to life until you actually apply heat. So this will come to life once we apply heat. And one of the things I like about it is that it looks very vibrant, as if it was sublimation onto polyester, but it's not. It's on cotton. All right, meet you at the press. All right, guys, I am at the heat press. I'm going to walk you through the process that I follow. So I am going to be using this, like I said, this t-shirt that I got from Aviva Warehouse here in Dallas, Texas. So I'm going to follow the process as if I was sublimating onto 100% polyester, but this is 100% cotton. And like I said, the shirt was bought like this, so this is not a shirt that I tie-dyed. I'm going to heat press this for about 5 seconds just to get out any moisture. And you want to make sure there's no creases or anything, or folds where your image is going to be laying. So it should look nice and pretty, just like that. And then we're going to take our image, still not touching it or touching the actual ink and where the powder is. We're going to lay this face down. reason I chose this is because I wanted to see what it's going to look like on color. So we're going to go about right there. And I'm just going to lay a piece of paper on top. And that's just me being cautious for some reason. But we're going to get this party started. Here, I'm going to heat press this at 320 degrees Fahrenheit for about 120 seconds. And then we're going to do a cold peel, not a hot peel, not a warm peel, but a cold peel. So the press is ready. We're going to go ahead and I'm going to go ahead and start the process. And then I will bring you back when we get about 5 or 10 seconds out. All right, guys, we're about 8 seconds out. 3, 2, and 1. We're going to see how this baby turned out. So I'm going to give it a minute to kind of cool down here. One of the things you're going to notice is that it's going to be loose on the edges because there's no powder on the edges. It's only going to be sticky wherever the powder was. So that's why you see the edges sticking up here. But you can see that, you know, the ink part is stuck down. All right, so we're going to give this a chance to do a cool down, and then we're going to peel it off to see what we have. All right, so I'll be right back once it cools down. All right, guys, I gave it about 3 minutes to sort of cool down. So we're going to start peeling and see what we get here. So this area up at the top is still a little bit warm, not as cool as I would want it to be, so I'm going to give it a little bit of a couple of minutes here, maybe about 2 more minutes, and then we'll finish peeling. All right, I think we got we're in a position where we can finish. Let's just take a look here. And there we have it. That is our direct to film, and you can see where most of the ink is actually on our shirt and not on the film. So I'm going to turn this around so you can see it. Look how gorgeous that turned out, guys. And this is, I wanted to do this on 100% cotton on a colored t-shirt, because we're always doing white, so I wanted you to be able to see what it's going to look like on a non-white t-shirt. But that is absolutely gorgeous. And again, this is your direct to film. So I heat pressed it for 120 seconds at 320 degrees Fahrenheit. And I did a cold peel, not a warm, a cold peel. So I waited about 3 minutes initially, and then I gave it about an additional 2 minutes to get it up here. The first time I tried this, I did a hot peel, and I'll show you what it turned out like. This was the first time I did it, and I just did it on an old jersey here. And you guys can see what that looked like. It wasn't as vibrant as I wanted it, and it kind of came up in some places. So yeah, I didn't like it. So I played around with what I wanted to do, And this is my end result, and I absolutely love this shirt. I've had this shirt for almost a year and a half. I couldn't decide what I wanted to do with it, and I'm glad I waited. The reason her lip has that little blue right there instead of white, because there's no white in this shirt. And so, you know, with sublimation and DTF, if there's no white, it's going to pick up the color of the shirt. So that's why it's kind of blue right there. I think it's gorgeous, guys. I want you guys to chime in the comments and tell me what you think. But I think it is absolutely beautiful. Beautiful. 320 degrees Fahrenheit, 120 seconds, and a cold peel. Okay, so if you can give it about a good 5 minutes. I also put my DTF under the press while it was warming to allow the DTF powder to start to kind of melt, to help it to adhere. And I can't think of anything else, guys. Again, this product is by Yamation, Yamation. I can't wait to use this on a bunch of stuff. I don't have to worry. You don't have to worry about weeding with this. You don't have to cut anything out. Wherever that ink is, it's what's going to print on your t-shirt, so you don't see like a white background or any, you know, areas of white or anything like that. So comparing this to the direct to vinyl, the direct to vinyl is nice, but you still have to weed. You don't have to weed here. And the only time you don't weed with the direct to vinyl is if you have a super large image. But something intricate like this, you're not gonna make it on DTV. So yeah, now I have my solution. I have my solution for intricate images. I absolutely love this. So I want you guys to chime in the comments and tell me what you think. But again, this is DTF, direct to film, and it requires film, and it also requires a DTF powder, which is the adhesive to get it to actually stick to your garment. And if I had some I can't think of the name of it, but there's a sheet that you can lay down. It's not butcher paper. Gosh, I can't think of it. You use it in the kitchen, and it was on my mind, but you can put that down and then press on here for a little bit longer, and I'm told the colors become even more vibrant, but I don't have any of that. So I'll put it in the comments if I can think of, in the description if I can think of it, for some of you to try and let me know what it looked like, or did it work for you. But I'm in love, even without doing that additional press. I love this. The colors are popping. This is 100% cotton, guys. This is a 100% cotton t-shirt, and look at those colors. Now you guys know, if you're familiar with sublimation, you know if we sub on 100% cotton, it is not going to come out vibrant like this. Okay. Let me see, anything else I can tell you? I think that's pretty much it, guys. So yeah, DTF, direct to film. If you're currently in my Facebook group, Candoris's Cricut and Creative Crafters, I want to thank you guys so much for the support that you show me on Facebook. If you would like to join my group, it is called Candoris's Cricut and Creative Crafters. And for those that are subscribed to my YouTube channel, where I have over 360 video tutorials on all types of crafts, then thank you so much for your love and support that you show me on YouTube. Thank you guys for chiming in the comments, telling me what you like, asking me questions, because that helps me grow. It helps you to grow. And if this is the first time that you're seeing me, and you're not, if you like my method of teaching, then please like, share, and subscribe to my YouTube channel as well. The more, the merrier. That's what I say. All right. And guys, you know my story. You know how I end all the time. It's each one reach one, so that each one can teach one. And you guys have a great day. Bye.